Waking Up from the Story of the Mind, posted on May 20th, 2011. You can never really be yourself unless you are completely free of the story that the mind keeps spinning about who you are. True expression of consciousness in the form of this body can only flower through in the absence of limitations created by the story in the mind. When consciousness is trapped in the story, it's lost in a dream, an illusion that has no root in reality. Like all dreams, as long as you don't wake up, the dream is felt to be real, but when you do wake up, the dream loses its hold. Only the light of consciousness can dissolve the story. There is a phase when you are completely unconscious of who you are and identify completely with the story of the mind. In this phase, your consciousness is completely trapped in the dream state. Most people live through the whole lifetime in this phase. Even after death of the body, the energy of the story lives on, and takes a different form of expression, another incarnation. You start seeing through the story of the mind when you realize that it's nothing more than just a story. The energy of the story could well have been carried from your past lifetime or from several past lifetimes. When you see the story, you can see that it has a past which can almost be sensed to have lasted beyond this lifetime. One has to be very conscious and still in order to see the story in operation, or else it's quite easy to get sucked into the magnetic pull of the mind. Just observe how the mind keeps the story alive through constant thoughts about it. The central character of the story is the me, which has no real existence beyond the story itself. The story starts dissolving in the light of pure consciousness. It cannot keep the consciousness in trance once it's seen for what it is. Life after awakening from the story. Till you wake up from the story, you can't really express your nature fully. The physical body and the formless consciousness are two aspects of your expression, and only after becoming free of the story can both these aspects really merge together to create a harmonious expression. The story attracts a reality onto itself and keeps strengthening itself by reaffirming its content through the reality that it creates. It's difficult to escape the pull of the story unless one becomes deeply conscious. A lot of fear might arise in the mind as the story starts dissolving. This is natural because the mind feels that something familiar is leaving the space of consciousness. Don't fear this fear, just allow it to be, and continue staying as the observing presence. The more conscious you become, the less you will be pulled in by the mind and the faster the story will dissolve. It's not possible to know what your life will be like after the story dissolves, but one thing is for sure, that it will be conflict-free and harmonious with a deep feeling of joy. Your natural expression will unfold freely, and it will feel as if life is carrying you through with effortless ease.